You know, there's an expression that a lot of people use, say there's no atheists in foxholes. And I guess a lot of people take that very literally. Like, you know, once they see the mortar rounds and, you know, they feel the fear grip their chest, they're going to call out to a higher power. And, you know, from my own personal experience, that is kind of true, the whole no atheists in foxholes thing, because I'm an atheist. And when I was in my most desperate hour, when my father was in the hospital, when there were tubes hooked up to his body and different machines monitoring everything from his heart rate to his brain activity, I did reach out to a higher power. Maybe not necessarily God, but just anything out there in the universe that had the power to circumvent the reality that I found myself in, that had the power to change my fate. I was just anything out there in the entire universe that sees my plight. Take pity upon me. I'll do anything. I will humble myself before you. But he still died. You know, maybe there's atheists out there or rationalists out there that are stronger than I am, and in that moment when everything is hanging on by a thread, they don't call out. But I did. And I have to acknowledge that about myself. And I think about everyone all over the world. You know, 7 billion people on this planet. That means that there are people right now suffering immeasurably. There's people who are in mortal terror, people who know that they're in a situation where they're going to die, and they know they're going to die. And they feel that fear. And there's people who are losing mothers and fathers and brothers and sisters and their children. And they're calling out. They're calling out to a higher power. Maybe they call it God. Maybe they call it Allah. Maybe it's the forest spirit. Or maybe, like it was with me, it was just a petition to anything out there. A petition to the universe. Please, change this. Don't let this happen to me or my loved one. And most of those prayers are not answered. Most of those pleas go unheard. Usually, the horrible thing that's going to happen still happens, regardless of how much you call out. Sometimes things do get better. Sometimes something does intercede and things change. But really, it's so rare that you can just chalk it up to luck. We don't have to believe that there's something that actually interceded on our behalf, because 99% of the time, it doesn't happen. 99% of the time, when things look hopeless, it's because they are hopeless. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that it may be true that there are no atheists in foxholes. It was true, at least for me. But there's also no God listening to the prayers of those in foxholes. Ultimately, we human beings are alone on this planet. And if we want salvation, we're going to have to provide it for ourselves. I'm the Amazing Atheist, and if you like this video, be sure to subscribe to my channel, comment on this video, rate this video, and follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr. Follow me anywhere and everywhere at all times. If I look behind me and I don't see you, then you're fucking up, okay?